Hey, my Padawans, what's going on? Happy Saturday. Listen, as you know, I posted something about this Haslab exclusive from Hasbro, the vintage collection Republic Gunship from Attack of the Clones, Episode 2. This is the gunship that they use in Geonosis, the Battle of Geonosis. Very cool scene. I love the ship, but to be honest, I hope that it doesn't really go through. I'm not going to back the project. I'm not going to fund it. Uh, it's $450 plus tax and shipping, a total of $500 for a Star Wars toy. And I know I am a collector and I do love Star Wars, but I already have three of these ships. I have the one from 2002 in the box from Attack of the Clones, the red version. I have the green version from Revenge of the Sith, I think from 2005. I also have the one for the Clone Wars, the one with the black paint. So I have three of the older releases, and if I recall, they cost me like $80, $60 to $80. This price for a toy is just ridiculous. It's greedy, it's offensive, and it's very disgusting by Hasbro. And I'm really hoping it doesn't get funded. I'm not hating on it. I mean, of course, if I had some extra money, I would buy two, right? It's not about the money. It's just about being decent. Let's take a look. So there's one day left. And so far, you see, this thing is on the way. Okay, there's like 5,000, I think it's 5,856 backers, and it needs 8,000. So I don't think it's going to make it. It needs 8,000 in order to go in production in China. Let's read the description. The Star Wars Vintage Collection LAT Gunship. Fans, are you ready for the most crucial mission yet? Inspired by Star Wars Attack of the Clones, the Vintage Collection LAT-I Gunship is ready to descend on the Separatist army. Hurry! We can only make this awesome tribute to the prequel trilogy with your help. It ends in 1 day, 28 hours, 2 minutes, and 56 seconds. 54 seconds, 53. Okay, you get the picture. So there is no way that this gunship costs $500. No freaking way. Let's look at some of the images. It's bigger, 20% bigger than the older toy. Okay, big deal. It comes with a clone pilots. It comes with a stand. I mean, that's cool. It comes with the bubble turrets. Now, on the one that I have, I don't have the side bubble turrets on the one that I have, the older model. Here's the dimensions. There it says, it does include the turrets where you can sit one of the troopers in there. The couple of pilots on there. So yeah, I mean, of course it looks cool. I mean, this thing is $500, bro. For a toy. You've got missiles under there, somewhere you can, store your missiles. There's a picture of one of the pilots in the turret. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool, okay? But it's just no freaking way. This thing should not be costing $500. And it will include some stickers, I guess. The stand, stickers. It's just not enough for me to really buy this thing, okay? Let's go back. Let's see what else we can read over here. Well, we got until September 8th, 2025. So one more day, guys. One more day. And it's not that I don't like. Oh, that's a pretty good opening crawl. Look, it's not that I don't like this ship. And I did watch Attack of the Clones 10 times at the movie theater. And I love the movie, especially the Battle of Geonosis. But I just don't think that a kid, children, because Hasbro, Star Wars should be for when it comes to toys, it should be for kids, okay? Now I know that the people that are buying this are not kids, of course. They're all collectors like me. But you want to make it available to children at the stores, Target and Walmart. We used to have Toys R Us, we used to have Kmart, Sears. We don't have that anymore. We used to have J.C. Penney. And this thing that, you have to go online and back these projects and fund these companies with their greed, it's just ridiculous. Now, I did buy the last year, I did buy the Cantina, the Mos Eisley Cantina. And I have received the box. But that was worth it because we never had you know, like a good cantina from New Hope, from episode 4. We never had a good one. And I did a video about it last year. We always had like the paper versions and some really crappy ones. So the cantina I did back, I did fund because we never really had a good one. But when you're talking about the gunship here, we already had 3 or 4 or 5 of these. And yeah, they're not as large and they're not as detailed. And, they're not, they're not like this, but it's okay, I really wish we would go back to being able to go to the stores and buy Star Wars vehicles. You can't do that anymore. At least not with Hasbro. The last time, I don't even remember the last time going to a store, to like a Target, and buying a Star Wars vehicle. Can't do it no more. The only vehicles that we have is for the Micro Galaxy Squadron collection, and that's from Jazzwares. That's not Hasbro. So Hasbro thinks it's a good idea to keep, making these Haslab. Basically what it is they're making their own toys for online customers, for adult collectors, and they're very expensive. This should cost, a reasonable price for this would have been like $160. Okay, it didn't have to be this big. It didn't have to have all that. Just make a basic ship, sell it for like $140, $160, and at the stores. And well, they did have a lot of issues with people, going to stores and opening boxes and stealing stuff. So that's why I kind of like buying online, because what you order is what you're gonna get. I remember going to the store and sometimes buying a toy, and you open it up and it was missing a bunch of stuff because somebody went through it and returned it to the store. So that's kind of messed up. At least you're guaranteed a complete set when you buy from Haslab, and you can get a refund or get another one. But anyway, I think this is totally going to fail. And I really don't want it to go. I really don't want this. Nobody asked for this. When I talked to the lead at Haslab at Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim, we talked all night long about the Death Star playset. People want the Death Star playset. Nobody wants this. And he said he thought it wasn't possible to do it because he said it would be too large. And I said, well, you could sell it in parts. You could release one part of the Death Star playset 1 year, and another part of the Death Star playset another year. It doesn't have to be all at once. You could do sections of the Death Star. And I would buy that totally. But I'm not about to spend $500 on this. No freaking way. Anyway, let me know what you think about it. I gotta get going. I'll see you guys soon, and may the force be with you. Bye.